Hi, I wanted to thank everybody for coming today to this Tech Data webinar. I look forward to sharing with you some of our thoughts and hearing some questions from you in the future. Well, without further ado, here we go.
Strategies. So to really start off, we want to talk about how content marketing builds a relationship. There's kind of a yin and yang that a lot of people feel. One piece is, I need something today. It's kind of reactionary marketing. How am I going to drive a lead to my salesperson right now? And so a lot of people have been jumping to paid search. It's a good tactic. It works. However, when you look at the long haul, building a relationship with prospects and customers is what really drives new and larger opportunities for you. So what we're going to talk about today is how to effectively content market each and everything that you're doing today. So I understand that some of you may not be able to see my screen, so I will go back and do that. So there we go.
Much better, thank you.
This is a great slide that I have here that unfortunately you missed in the beginning. But this is the slide about ownership versus paid search. So I heard this great individual speak. I'm not sure if some of you know, but his name is Vaynerchuk, and he is outstanding. Although he did drop 29 F-bombs when we were listening to him, but that was all interesting. So what his big statement was is, it's not 2004 anymore. It's 2014. So we should really be focusing to market in the year that we are in. Radio, billboards, direct mail has all changed, yet most of us, he said 99% of the marketers out there are still using the same tactics from 2004. And his big message was that when he was building a business from 4 million to 45 million, he did that by trying to be ahead of the curve, by marketing for tomorrow, not marketing like it was yesterday. So with that in mind, that adds potentially a lot more stress, right? You're hearing all over the place, email is dead. What is my ROI from social? How am I going to manage this? And there goes Google screwing around with my keywords and making natural search really difficult for me. So if I'm hearing all this and I'm seeing all the challenges, how am I as a marketer supposed to produce the numbers that my teams want? Well, here's the piece. It's actually that everything that you saw, email, social, and Google, all still work. But it's just an evolution. We have evolved our marketing strategies, our marketing needs, and how we want to be marketed to as individuals. If you just get an email today, an email newsletter with content, full articles in it, I'm not going to read it. But if you create an email newsletter with social content, with videos, engaging pictures, and engaging conversations, that's going to work for me. And the methods of marketing are still very effective. In-person events. People might say, well, that's 2004. But it's not. It's the way we do these in-person events. What is expected of us has changed. The type of content, the type of response to the people that come in and meet with us, it all has evolved over time. It is not that it's gone away, but we have to work with what has come and what is new. So let's talk about what is new. Let's talk about social, and let's talk about what it is that I'm really going to gain by working in social. So every social network has its own value proposition. And this is a great chart from CMO.com. And if you guys are interested, while I will have the recording available, but if you email me, Jeff@ContentMX, I will send you this presentation so that you can look at some of these slides in greater depth. But specifically this slide from CMO.com talks about how Facebook actually has tremendous value in building your brand and allows you to actually extend it, because when other people are mentioning you or talking about you, that adds tremendous value. So will Facebook improve your traffic via natural search ranking? Most likely not, especially since Google does not have access to that data. But will they drive web traffic? Yes. It'll drive web traffic when you can drive some engagement on your Facebook page. And we'll talk about some methods on doing that. Google Plus. Now let's just cut to the chase. Nobody really knows what Google Plus can do or what it's good for, but we do know it's a requirement. And the only reason we know it's a requirement is because Google has come out and said, I am going to use Google Plus as a measure of your SEO. So that means you need to continue to post there. It's one of those oxymoron type of things where you don't know why you're doing it, but you know it has value because Google said so. So we do it. Twitter. Now, Twitter is actually a kind of an interesting thing. I was talking with a good friend of mine who was head of global channel marketing for Cisco and for Juniper. And she talks about Twitter in a great way as a stream of content. It's like you're seeing all this content go by, and occasionally you find something that you're going to take a drink out of. So once again, not too dissimilar from Google+, being there has a level of importance, and monitoring if people respond to what your tweets about your articles are about. And then I'm going to jump to YouTube because I'm going to go into LinkedIn in a big way. Video is probably one of the #1 pieces of content that's most consumed. And not only is it great for engagement, but as we all know, Google owns YouTube, so posting videos, it's like, soup for the soul. It's good. It helps drive more traffic. Now, as B2B companies, I think LinkedIn is one of the most underused and undervalued destinations. What if you could have all your sales leads in a single room? I mean, the reality is that with LinkedIn, they're all sitting there waiting for you to provide them high-value content. It's like instead of going to a trade show, you could find a group like cloud computing. 277,000 members. Or cloud computing, SaaS, and virtualization. 211,000 members. Now I know, oftentimes I hear people say, well, I join these groups and it's mostly vendors and it's how do I find a really good group? And sometimes it takes a little time. It takes a little time to stay connected, to look for where the groups are. It's kind of like finding a rave. One day, the rave is somewhere, and I'm using this language, rave, not because I'm in my 20s, but because I'm trying to be hip. I'm actually in my 40s, so, I don't even really know what a rave is, but I hear that they move around a lot. So you need to find the LinkedIn groups that work for you, or one step better, create your own LinkedIn group and invite everybody to attend, and then start to engage those people on your own LinkedIn group that talks about your topic and subject matter that you're an expert in. And then when you have a LinkedIn group or one that you're part of, you can understand the needs of your customers before your call. You could actually read an article that someone posted or a comment. For example, Joel Clark is a database decision maker. And not only that, you know something personal about him. Because he's a member of a group of the Craft Brewery Alliance, you probably know that he likes to drink microbrews, and he likes to, engage in conversation about brewing beer. This is really powerful opportunities for you to engage. And then with your email newsletter, you can take those engagements and place the full conversation of what you just went through in an email newsletter to share it. with everybody. And that's a high value piece of content, because not only are you providing something with an answer to a question, but you're showing that there was a question out there. Perhaps it's the question about why cloud security, or how to make cloud security approved by the C-suite. So, or how, big data can help in healthcare. So these questions and answers that you get, place them in an email newsletter. Put the full pieces in there and send it out. Now it's high value. And remember, your email newsletter must be responsive, because more people use a mobile phone these days than a toothbrush. So I kind of like this. This is one of my favorite slides because of the quote from Social Media Today, and the gentleman to the right, obviously. And so where is search going to? So we talked about email, we talked about social. Search is evolving to this point where we are no longer being structured around Boolean logic, right? So you complain about keywords, but when was the last time you walked into a hardware store and said hole and fix and white and plaster? People would look at you like you're crazy. So why shouldn't search evolve to and go to more context and conversational clues? And why shouldn't you also realize who are the trusted people? When you go to your local hardware store and you're asking a question about how to repair your wall, you're not going to necessarily just go to anybody. You're going to go to someone who you trust, potentially, and who has done this before. And you're going to ask them the question. So Google is also trying to mimic that same situation, where you have built a relationship and trust with individuals, and then you share and tell people about that trust that you have. So when people work with you as a client, as a customer, or I'm sorry, as a partner in building their infrastructure, building their systems or solutions, they have grown to trust you. And that, if you make your content available, then you're going to let it grow. And the content that you generate from this, if you are able to send out great content, it will get shared. So IT decision makers are actively sharing content every day. And they're sharing it when they receive it from all different mediums. So when you become a trusted source and your content is relevant and interesting, it will get shared. So I gave you a lot of insight, and hopefully that insight was helpful, but it may have been overwhelming. So the question now is, where do I begin? So this is where we come in. So now it's hopefully you enjoyed that first piece, and here's a little bit of how to get it done with our ContentMX platform. We're working closely with IBM and Tech Data to help you grow your web presence, to manage an integrated marketing strategy all from one solution. As I mentioned, there is putting a conversation from LinkedIn in an email drives tremendous opportunity. Our application makes it easy for you to do that. We're able to manage your content, pull content from one source and place it somewhere else. We're out there creating one integrated effort for all your content marketing needs and breaking down the walls between blog, website, social, and email. They should no longer be siloed. By using our application, you're able to manage and engage and integrate all these different pieces. So use your email to alert people to a LinkedIn group that you are engaged with or that you own, and show them that content. Use social to drive people back to your website and blog with some great conversations that you've had there. Use each other and use them together, and you're going to create a lot more power. So one challenge that we hear on a regular basis from partners is that that's all great, but my real challenge is, now that I've broken down the walls and I'm using your application, is content. IBM, for example, has over 20 YouTube channels, 20 Facebook pages, and over 20 blogs. How can I know what and where and when to post this content? Once again, this is where we come to play. We are actually going to bring into our application all the different networks that IBM has, all the content that is available, and we're going to sift through it. And we then place it into an email that we send out to you once a week based on the type of information you are requesting from us. So if you're big into healthcare and data systems, that's the type of content from IBM that you'll receive. And inside this piece, we'll have a post this button. So each article, if you like it, by posting this button, it'll instantaneously log you into our application where you'll be able to find that content and be able to use it for other growth. And once you find that content, you'll be able to easily select the digital network and have it published to that network. So you'll be able to go in and publish an article to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and to your website, and the system will automatically format it for that digital network. If you want to bring a LinkedIn conversation, great. You could take a LinkedIn conversation and put it to Facebook, or to your website, or to your blog site. And you could put it all into your email newsletter. And today we've actually been announcing our new mobile application, which means that you'll be able to take this content, create your own content by taking photos of events that you're at, photos with new clients, and share those photos instantaneously onto your website, your social sites, and again, you can build a full email newsletter. I was recently at an event where I took pictures, 4 to 6 pictures every day of things going on at this event that were relevant, that I thought my clients and prospects would be interested in. And I posted that and I created an email newsletter. And instantaneously, it was automatically scheduled to go out. And then I'm also able to review any content that Tech Data and ContentMX has suggested for you. So we have the select recommended content. You can go in, see the content that we've recommended for you based on your profile, review it in the application, and schedule it to go out automatically to every single digital network that you choose. It has never been easier to create a program like this than now. So what is provided when you work with us? By working with us, we're going to provide content feeds embedded in the application, whether it's in your mobile app or your desktop or both. A weekly email digest with the latest content ready for you to publish. An original 500-word blog article written by one of our writers with your name on it. The topics could originate from you, or we could get topics from IBM of what they're going to talk about to match. And then you become the trusted author. A mobile application for easy content creation and distribution. So you can be on the road having customer meetings and taking a customer and you selfie, which actually has a lot of value because now you are showing that someone else trusts you, has purchased solutions from you, and therefore you are now a trusted person to work with. We publish to your website, your email, your blog, and your social sites. And we offer a full contact management system for your email, or if you're already working with a major email provider like ExactTarget, Constant Contact, iContact, or Vertical Response, then we can work with them as well through our APIs. So I know I went through a lot of information somewhat quickly. I didn't want to take up too much time because we are readily available to talk with you. So if you are interested in learning more, we'll reach out to you. Ken from our sales team will be reaching out. And for listening today, we're going to provide you a free 500-word blog article and a content marketing assessment. If you go to techdata.contentmx.com, you'll actually be able to learn more there as well about what we do. So I hope the information was of interest to everybody. And we look forward to potentially talking to you all some more at a later date. I don't know if there's any questions, but if there are, you can type them in now. If not, we can wait, and I'm sure Ken will be reaching out to you in the next 12 hours to 24 hours or so. to see when you want to get your content written, what you'd like us to write about, and how we can start talking about the content that you currently have and give you a quick assessment on it.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was so wonderful. And it looks fun to use above all. It looks like it's really user-friendly and fun to use. So I hope that the partners on the phone really got some value out of your presentation. And marketing can be very overwhelming, so especially when you're busy selling and you're busy trying to run your business. So thank you very much for making it easy.
You're welcome. And I will email this recording off to you so you can send it out to all your peeps.
I'll send it out to the peeps.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right. Well,
great. Thank you so much.
We have Milton Jones asked the question, can someone speak to the co-marketing dollars / funds? Kristen, do you want me to speak to that, or would you like to?
Sure, go ahead.
So this is eligible for co-marketing dollars. I believe it's up to 50% of your co-marketing dollars could be eligible.
Yeah, so you would just submit this as a marketing activity request tactic before you begin your service with ContentMX, and that way you can submit your invoice later and then get reimbursed up to 50% of the cost.
And we'll create well, not any invoice for you, but we'll create any time length of invoice for you, so that if you want to submit, say you sign up for 3 months and or a year, and submit for that value, then we'll provide you those invoices that match, the contract with us, obviously, so that you can then do it for that period of time.
Great.
Okay, and Milton Jones says thanks, so thank you, Milton. I look forward to talking to you, Milton. We'll give you a call.
All right. I can't see the question, so I don't know if there are any more. So I hope you're looking at the chat.
I can see them right now, so I don't think there's any others. Should we wait one more second? Anyone else have anything else to ask? Just type it into the questions area, which is by the GoToWebinar queue area. It says questions. You can feel free to write that. But if not, we'll look forward to talking with everybody soon, and hope you guys are all having a fabulous day.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks a lot. Take care, everybody.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.